Hi there, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be taking you through a 45-minute slow and restore yoga practice. All you're going to need is a couple of pillows, and if you've got a yoga band or even a TheraBand, that's going to be totally fine. If you don't have any of those, a big long towel rolled up will be just as fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started lying down onto our backs, placing any pillows or any blankets underneath the thighs. Get as comfy as you can. Stretch the legs out nice and long. We'll place our hands just on top of our bellies, a lower stomach there. Allow the shoulders to fall down. Then begin to just tap into your own breath here. You might find that you need to sigh out of the mouth just to come into your body. Or you might need to wriggle around just to get a little bit more comfortable. It's totally normal. Closing down the eyes if they're not already. Just bringing your awareness of your breath flowing in through the nose and out through the nose. With your hands placed on your belly, you might be able to feel the breath being sent all the way down. Giving yourself the permission to just let your day be pushed aside for the next 45 minutes as you focus on yourself and your practice. Just acknowledging this next 45 minutes and the fact that you've carved this time out for yourself. It's really important. Just take 3 long deep breaths here. From here, just allow the knees to bend up. We'll roll over to one side. Then press yourself all the way up. Come to a seated position. Grab a hold of any pillows or any blocks. Just to sit up nice and tall if that feels good for you. If legs crossed, it doesn't feel great, you can always just send the legs out long. Roll the shoulders back and down, or take an inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then exhale as we twist, lower the hand across to the opposite knee. Roll those shoulders back and down, they might tend to creep forward. And then inhale, swivel back through to center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Release that hand down. Using your back hand to maybe lift up a little taller. See where you can create more space in your body. Inhale, floating all the way back up. And then exhale, reach your hands back down. We'll take our right leg out to the side and then just glue that heel to the inner seam of the thigh here. Start to slide the hand all the way down the ankle. Just going to that point where you can start to feel a gentle pull, gentle opening through the backs of the legs. And then use your other hand, maybe bring it to your thigh or up towards your rib. Roll the shoulders back and down. Release the neck here. So if there's any neck tension or any stiffness going on, I suggest that you bend the elbow and just support your head. You want to work to open through the chest. Spin the bottom rib forwards and up. Use that hand and start to reach up to the ceiling. Maybe sliding a little bit closer to that foot. And then sweep that arm all the way down, just bring it to hip height. You'll start to feel this nice stretch through the neck. Again, please support your head if that feels better for you. Reach long through the fingertips. And then coming all the way up. Place your hand directly in front, and then we're going to lift the hips. Reach nice and long. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, stay here. And then sit all the way back down onto the pillow. Slide your legs forward. If you've got your band, it's a really nice one to grab here. You're going to reach over, hook the foot, and then pull on your strap. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then begin to fold forwards. There's a gentle lift of the belly, so we aren't completely collapsing down onto the thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Release the strap, and then we'll take it straight to the other side. Send that leg out long. Begin to slide that hand down towards the ankle. Still staying nice and long through the spine. Hand to rib or maybe to the hip. See if you can spin open. Chest is nice and open here. Send both of your sitting bones down firmly into the mat. Option to unfold that hand, reach nice and long. Enjoy that nice side stretch there. And then top hand will begin to float down just to hip height. Reach long through the fingertips. Gently coming all the way up. Place your hand a few inches in front. Send the hips to the sky. Reach nice and long. This is our modified wild thing. From toe to fingertips, stretch your body. And then release all the way down. Bring that leg directly in front. Option to grab your strap. Hook that under. And bring yourself forwards and down. Release the head. Inhale for length. Slide the shoulders back and down. Exhale for length. Inhale for length. Exhale. Release the strap. You can stay on your pillow or your block if you like. I'm just going to shift mine out of the way. Send your legs out nice and long here. Don't feel as if you need to take it into the splits or anything, just where it feels nice and comfortable for you. You want to sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms out nice and wide. Flex your feet. So you're almost digging your heels into them. Start to rotate towards the right foot. Left hand will come across. And then carve pinky towards pinky toe. You can use your back hand to lift up and support the spine a little bit more. And start to open and feel that nice long stretch through the sides here. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, take it over to the other side. So we're working to feel into that twist. Not so much about touching your toes. Might be sliding your pinky towards outside of your calf, and that's totally okay. We want to find space in our spine, in our postures. Last round here. Inhale, exhale. Last one here. And then coming all the way up, bring your legs in. Option to stay here or cross your legs. If you have a little bit of trouble sitting upright with crossed legs, you can always jump in front of a wall, just like I am, and it's quite nice just to prop you up. Reach your arms out nice and wide, and we'll take left arm underneath right. Clap both hands together, and if that feels a little bit strange, just bring the backs of your hands together. Alternatively, you can bring your hands resting to the shoulders. So we'll inhale, lift the elbows up nice and tall. Elbows are in line with shoulders. And then as you exhale, start to round through the spine. Draw the elbows in towards the belly. Release your head. Inhale, we unfold, elbows lift to the sky. Exhale as you round. It's almost like a seated cat-cow here. With our arms crossed over like this. Really, really nice one. Open through the shoulder blades. Unravel through the spine, come all the way up to a seated position. Reach your arms out wide and then take it under to the second side. So right arm under left. Reach it nice and tall. Just notice any differences between the right and the left. Inhale, sweep the fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Nice big breath in. Last round. Rolling all the way up, take the arms up nice and wide, take a full breath in. Exhale, release that down. We'll make our way onto our hands and our knees. We'll just make sure that the wrists are stacked directly underneath the shoulders, knees are stacked underneath the hips. Gentle lift of the belly button. We'll take our right arm just up to shoulder height. And then inhale here, start to sweep the arm back, down and around. Exhale, bring it back all the way to the front. Take your eye gaze with your hand if that feels okay on your neck. Otherwise, just keep it down to the ground. We'll do one more full circle. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Reach your arm up to the sky, open a little bit more through the chest, and then thread the needle underneath. Palm to the sky here. Sit bones draw to the back wall. Inhale, open and reach to the sky. Exhale, we thread the arm underneath. Let's do one more here in your own time. Coming back onto all fours, take your right foot out to the side. Toes will face the front here. Press through your outer edge of the foot. Reach your arms just a few centimeters out in front, and then go to sit your bum back. So it won't sit back completely. Hips will be lifted here. If there's any knee stuff going on, please place a pillow underneath your knee. We'll start to really feel this stretch through the outer leg as well as through the groin. Last breath here. Walk your hands back towards your knees and then come all the way up. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Take a full breath in here, set the shoulders back and down. Exhale as we tilt towards the foot. Release the hand down, lift up nice and tall. Again, thinking of these ribs underneath spiraling forwards and up. Rather than crunching down, just check in with yourself there. Press your hips forwards. And then on your next inhale, float all the way up. See if you can float, hover the hand, and then bring it all the way down. Reach the arm nice and tall. Up and over. Ribs will expand. And then we float, hover that hand, see if you can hover, and then come all the way up. Take it up and over. Breath in here. Exhale. Reach, 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 reach. Hover the hands, and then find it. Nice breath in here. Exhale. One more round each side here. Once you've finished that one, come all the way up. Place your hands in front of you and then slide that leg in. We'll take it over to the other side. So we've got left arm, reach it up. Belly draws in. Take a breath in, start to sweep the arm. Exhale, scoop it down and around. Really start to sink your breath here if you're not already. Last one. Reach your arm up to the sky. Little deeper twist here. And then thread the arm underneath. Take it to the sky. And all the way down. Last one. Coming back onto all fours. This time left foot comes out to the side. Walk your hands forwards. Keep sending your hips to the ceiling. Sink your chest.
From here, we walk our hands in towards our knee. Press yourself up. Reset through the feet if they've shifted a little bit. And then come all the way up. Lift up nice and tall. Up out of the hips here. And then fold up and over. Release the hand. Exhale. Come through center. Start to reach forwards. Hover the hand. And then place it down. Full body stretch here. Float back up here. We've got 2 more rounds. Inhale. Send the breath to the belly. Exhale. Inhale once we come up and over. Exhale. Nice. Finding center again. We'll place the hands down, drag that knee in, and then just take the knees a little wider this time. We'll come into a child's pose. Reach your arms nice and long, release them. Nice, long, deep breaths here. We'll transition here onto our front. So slide onto your bellies. Send the legs out nice and long here. We'll reach those arms out to either corners of the mat. So almost into a Y shape. This is just a little bit different to normally with the arms directly in front. Just a little bit more gentler onto the shoulders here. Take your forehead down to the mat. Nice long spine here. Your right arm and your left leg will float up to the sky. Keep your head connected down to the mat for now. And then exhale, lower it down together. Your left hand and your right foot will float. Press up towards the sky. And then lower it down. There's a very, very slight engagement here of belly button to spine. Just being mindful of any rocking through the pelvis. And as you start to feel a little bit more comfortable with this motion, lift the head just maybe 2 centimeters off the ground. If I was looking at you, I wouldn't be able to see you lifting your head. Make it that small. A little lift, a little lower. Little lift and lower. This time, take it just a little bit higher. So the nose might come off maybe 5 or 7 centimeters off the ground. And then lowering all the way down. Hand and foot will still lift. This is our swimming. Working mobility through the shoulder and the hip. And stability through the pelvis and the spine. Let's make this last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Make a little pillow with your hands, release through the legs. Notice if there's any clenching or holding on through the upper thighs or around the glutes. A little shake Just reminds us to let go every now and then. And then from here, we're going to bend the knee that's closest to me and then reach around. So really nice opening through the front of the thigh here. You can choose to stay here and just allow the head to fall down. You can stay on your belly, or you can come with me and roll onto your side. So it's a little less stable, a little bit more of a challenge here. I'm going to keep your knee and your hip in a straight line. So have a little peek down, make sure the knee's not lifted or it's not flopping down. Pull your foot in towards your glutes and then kick your foot into your hand. So there's this push-pull feeling, co-contraction of the muscles. And then release the leg, nice and easy. Without flinging the leg, come and roll onto your belly. If you're already staying on your belly, just swap to the second side. Leg that's furthest away from me. Squeeze it up into your glutes. Option to stay here. We're going to roll over onto the side. So if you are on your side, just check in that you're not sticking your butt out, and B, you're not tucking under. So lifting up through the belly as well. Have a little peek down, make sure that knee's not going for a wander. Last two. Last one. Release that foot, release the arm, come and roll onto your belly. Again, take a little sway of the hips from side to side, just to release through the lower back. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Come on up. We'll swing the legs around so that we can come onto all fours. Now, if you've got a few pillows, you can use this for our lunges. So we're going to take our left foot forwards, and you can prop that one underneath if that feels good. If you've got a few mats, you can always squidge it underneath. Bring your hands so that they are framing your foot here. And we're just going to shift back and then forwards. I want you to be mindful here of your front knee tracking over the second and third toe. No jamming or forcing anything through the knee here. I've got a bit of a sore leg myself this morning, so some movement isn't going to do it any harm. Just take it nice and easy. Feel into any of those niggles that you might have. Last two. Last one. Sit the hips back, walk your fingertips towards the back of the mat. Flex your foot here. So just check in here. You can bring your hands to your hips. Your hip bones are like two headlights. They're staying nice and straight together. And as you fold over, imagine that this leg is being sucked back up into the socket here. And as we did earlier, we'll inhale for length. Exhale, fold. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. One more here. Shifting your weight forwards. Bring your hand across to the opposite foot and then open out for your easy twist. Maybe floating that arm to the ceiling, maybe just keeping it to your hip or your rib. Your neck is an extension of your spine. Nice long neck. Release your hand down. Simply just step that foot back. Swap over to the second side. Slide that leg through. Frame your foot here. And begin to shift forwards and back. And keep pressing through that front foot here. Connect through the 4 points of the feet. 2 up the top, 2 down the bottom. Last 3 here. And 2. Last one. Sit back, sink into those hips. Again, feel free to come up, check through the hip bones. And it's a hinge forwards, flex those feet. Really start to feel that opening through the leg here. Drop your hip if you can feel it hitching up here. Inhale fully. Exhale, fold, melt the head, melt the chest. 2 more just like that. Make your way to the top of the mat, rebend into that front knee. Place the opposite hand in front and then open out for your twist. Release that hand down. What we're going to do just before we come to lay down is we're going to step that back foot in, come into a forward fold, take your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then just allow the belly to just hang. Grab a hold of either elbows if that feels good, and just sway through the body. Shift your weight from right to left. And then take it forwards and back. Feeling the imprint of your foot in the mat here. Maybe straightening one leg, bending the other. Just let the body move here. Release the hands to the floor. Heel toe the feet in a little bit closer this time. We'll cross the legs over and then come to sit down. Grab a hold of your strap or your band. Keep it close by. Just pop it to the side. Placing your feet hip width distance, come to roll down onto your back. We'll scoot the heels just a little bit closer in towards the glutes here. You should be able to brush them nice and close. We'll flip the palms up this time. Shoulders are nice and light here. On an inhale, we're going to float the hips up towards the sky. And then exhale, sink through the chest, lowering
vertebrae by vertebrae onto the mat. Don't really think too much about this one. Just let the body move here, floating up and down. You don't want to worry too much about my hips staying in line, my belly drawing in. Just a nice way to sort of calm the body. Intuitively, we know what we're doing. We'll feel the legs doing the work. Maybe closing down the eyes too. And the next time you roll your hips up to the sky, allow the arms just to float up and over. Reach them behind you. And then as you roll down, the arms will float all the way back down. Keep moving like that. We'll just do about 5 more here. When you've finished, there's absolutely no rush here. Take your time. When you're finished, come back onto your backs. Soles of the feet will touch. The knees will fall out wide in our butterfly pose. Palms to the sky. Just tapping into your breath. Noticing how the body feels now, as opposed to when we first started. Using your hands now to close the knee. Grab a hold of that strap that's close by. We'll place our right leg, hook the foot, and just grab enough up the ropes here so that there's quite a bit of resistance. Flex your foot. Send your elbows out wide. Then we'll just draw some very small circles here with the heel. Isolating the head of the femur inside of the hip socket. Nice gentle circles. If it feels okay, take them a little bit wider, a little bit bigger here. Last 3. Last 2. And reverse those circles back. You can start with small circles, you can go straight into big circles. Whatever feels good. Last 3. 1. Grab a hold of those straps with your right hand, left arm, reach out, straighten the left leg. And then take that right foot up and across. Your hip will lift and Just let the leg fall onto the ground. You can bend the knee, place any pillows or props underneath that knee that needs extra support. Rolling back onto our backs. Reset through the hips there, and then take it across to the other side. Elbows out nice and wide. Little tiny circles, left foot. Reversing those circles here in your own time when you're ready. Bringing that leg up through center, straighten those legs. Straps into the left hand this time. Guide that leg over. I've got a wall here, so I can't go very far. But you can take the leg all the way down. Straight or bent. Depending on where you want to feel the stretch here, play around with that. Inhale, roll back onto your back. Pop the strap out of the way here. Give the knees a nice squeeze. Curl yourself up into a little ball, little rock. And release. Maybe there's a yawn there. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Tense up through the shoulders and the legs. And then let it all go. Do that one more time. That's really nice. Stretch and tense up the body. And exhale, let it go. Bringing your knees back, bending them. Take it over to one side. Press yourself all the way up to a seated position. Cross the legs over. Just taking your hands to your knees, roll your shoulders back and down a couple times. Maybe closing down the eyes. Nice long spine here. Reach your right arm out to the side. Left will come up and over. Nice mermaid stretch here. Inhale. Exhale. Over to the other side. One more. Coming all the way up. Just closing down the eyes, hands to the knees. Just noticing how the spine feels here. Do you feel any different here? Cracking the eyes open, just ajar. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again soon, and have a